Hello, hello, hello. It's been a couple of days, uh, interesting couple of days, and some questions I've got that I really don't have a solid answer for. Jump in. We'll go for a spin.
I think you're really cool. I like you a lot. Maybe we can hang out or something. Hey, I think you're really cool. I like you a lot. Maybe we can hang out or something.
Okay, I have been jacking around with this setup uh, for a couple of days now. I finally got it to where I believe it's manipulated to, I think, putting out like 17 watts of power, 17 watts on this CB. The problem is that my SWR is off the freaking charts, and I think that that's probably the reason that I'm not getting out and that nobody is saying, "Hey, yeah, I can hear you there, little buddy." So we're gonna look at that right now. I'm gonna hook this up, and we're gonna do a SWR reading. And like every other moron that I've ever seen in the world, I chose the shortest jumper made to man. So I'm going to have to be on the other side manipulating these because I don't think it'll reach to right here. So I'm going to cut back. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I am concerned that either that cable with the side entry on it, that it's entering on the side, I'm concerned that that is either shorted or that plate is not giving enough of a ground plane, and I'm going to have to ground that whole assembly. I haven't played with that antenna yet, or that one, but that one right there in the center is on my last freaking nerve. Okay, not really sure what this stupid ass microphone and the glare that you can see that this is on channel 1. Apologize, I live in South Carolina. It's sunny and it's freaking hot. 451, 100 degrees. So, here's the dealio. I've got this thing set at the 100 watt setting. I've got it in forward and jumper from the antenna into the, or from the radio into the meter, antenna out to the antenna. Okay? So if we look at this, I hope you can see that. Uh, it's going to be right at dead center and wattage, and it's going to be way the hell over for the settings. So what that tells me, I'm going to see if I can't prop this up a little bit here. Sorry about that. I didn't have my crap together. Kind of having a lot of drama going on right now that I don't really care to share, but hell, I don't want it. Why would I share it with somebody? Well, that crap ain't going to work. How if I just stick it down in between the seats like a normal person? That way I can dick with the controls. Okay, so the way that you tune or you try to tune a CB radio is you have it in the forward position there. All right, you have it on channel 1, which it is, and you key the mic, and we're way the hell over there. And I need to adjust it back to the set, and then I let go of it, and I'm still cranking out 3. Okay, so now I'm going to go to channel 40, and it's also at 3. If I put it up at the 10 watt, now again, it's a CB radio. It's been modified. Oh yeah, it's cranking way more than 10 watts. So, one of two things is happening. This coax cable running to the antenna is shorted. However, I can adjust the antenna tip and get a little bit more gain out of it and brings the SWR down. But I don't think there's enough wire in the world to make that work. So I either have to put a ground plane on it, which means that I'm going to have to order the damn thing, or potentially ground that plate, because that may in fact be the entire problem. Obviously I'm going to have to get my multimeter out and do a continuity test on this, and that'll tell the tale. I'm going to have to disconnect it up there to do that test. But the biggest thing is that what I didn't, hold on a second, I'm going to pause this and flip back to me for a second, as horrible as that is. Okay, I did do a mod to the CB. Okay, I didn't do a Mars mod on it. I did not cut the hoop and make it a straight 10 meter radio. I believe I have it in the section where I have it in the right band, so I'm keying up on the right frequencies. I'm not drifting into 10 meter, 12 meter. I'm in band. Okay, maybe a little high on wattage. So there's that. The other thing is, well, hell, I'm going to pause right here for a second because I think I've got a nail in my front driver's side tire. All the other, it's 6 pounds less than the other tires. And it's probably from my storage area because, you know, hey, let's just throw nails and screws and crap out of our vehicle and our trailer and leave them for the next person. You know, because that makes a shitload of sense. I'm going to go over and get air in my tire. Then I'm probably going to get some ice cream. And then I'm going to take you to the scene of the crime. Let me wrap this part up here. So I have to get my multimeter out, disconnect that cable, hook it to the center, you know, run a continuity test over there. I'm going to turn the ham radio or the CB radio off because I don't want to be tempted into maybe incidentally keying the mic when I'm pumping that kind of wattage. It's not huge wattage. It's enough to smoke the radio though. So anyways, swing by, get some air in my tire, and you know, pay like $3 for one tire, and I'm going to treat myself to some ice cream and take you to the scene of the other crime that is gnawing at my mind right now. Something terrible. I don't know if you can hear this over the Jamaican or the Caribbean festival, but this is the scene of the other incident yesterday. I'm going to see if I can pan out or go out further. If you go straight out there, you see the gap in the trees, and there's a road, some trees back there behind it. I was back there behind that row of trees out there, about 4.5 miles out, and my steering cable broke on my kayak, and that's kind of a big deal with a PA-14. And what should have took me about an hour, something like that, to kick back in, took me 3.5, almost 4 hours. And the biggest problem was that in addition to not having a rudder, it was an incoming tide or an outgoing tide. So all this water here is going that way. Excuse me. Um, these people all must have ran out of beer or something, because as low as tide is, the sandbar down there, which is more family friendly, or the one that's back up there behind those houses over there, uh, it's still fully exposed. So either they're quitters or they ran out of beer. So the fix for that is kind of simple. When you're out there, you lower your skeg, and this is a Hobie ProAngler, and they have a skeg, which is basically like a dagger board, kinda, on a sailboat, and that'll keep you going more or less straight, but it creates a lot of drag. So I pulled the rudder up. I didn't know what had happened. I just knew that my steering handles worked together, but they weren't turning the boat, and they weren't having full momentum movement. So that means that you pedal your backside off and hang your paddle, which if you don't bring a paddle with you, you're an idiot. At least half a paddle. Um, you drag it off one side to create drag and pull you that way. So in addition to fighting a outgoing tide, now you're putting the woe on your forward progress by just trying to keep straight. So thank goodness Hobie designers including the skeg in the design of the ProAngler. That's a lot of noise for about 12 people over there. So anyways, it's out there. Got to come this way, then you go this way, then you go this way, then around here. And it was, I don't know, maybe an hour into outgoing tide. So it was already starting to rip. And to tell you the truth, these estuaries drain different directions. So you could go across one and it's pulling you the direction you want to go. And then you get past where it's draining, and now you're fighting water coming at you again. It's the craziest thing. I also found a barge or a dock full of uh, crab pots and stuff like that right out there behind those paddle boarders in the weeds back there. back by where the abandoned sailboat is, stacked full of crap. So, anyways, I have to get into the back of my kayak, into the round hatch, reach in with my third elbow, unscrew the pulley, find the broken cable, and either splice one in or restring one. And I think I'm gonna splice one in. So I'm gonna pause this. This is driving me crazy. So I'm back. Neighbors have got a blow up swimming pool, and kids being kids, they're screeching at the top of their lungs. I'm gonna call it a night. I was up all night with cramps because even though I drank about 2 gallons of fluids yesterday, it wasn't enough. And I went to bed really early, but every time I would toss and turn, stretch, I would get a Charlie horse. So, wah, 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 wah. I do appreciate you watching. I will keep you posted on videos, on the CB radio, the antenna issue, the grounding issue, the Hobie, the Arrow antenna, and the clone for the Arrow Alaskan. I think it's going to turn out being its 10 element dual band Yagi. Uda. You know, I think it's Uda that should be getting credit instead of everybody calling them Yagis, but that's just me. So I appreciate you watching. If you think about it, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. And if you don't like anything I do, hit the dislike button twice. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.